Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. And that is pertinent to this video because now we have some Black Americans who are upset because some Black American entertainers are performing at Donald Trump's inauguration. I think a lot of us were on code, as they call it today, and didn't watch the inauguration ceremonies, but some did. And I saw it all over Facebook. Don't watch the inauguration. Don't watch the inauguration. I wasn't going to watch it anyway, but I just found it interesting that so many people were advising people not to watch it. Some are upset because Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, Nelly, and Soulja Boy are set to perform at Trump's inauguration. Now, I couldn't find out if or how much these entertainers were being paid or if they were being paid to perform at the inauguration. I'm going to assume that they are being paid, and I'm going to assume that they either need the money or the publicity, or they want the publicity. So that's an interesting list. These are very well known rappers: Snoop, Rick Ross, Nelly, and Soulja Boy. But Nelly and Soulja Boy haven't had any hit records in a while. And Snoop probably doesn't rap like he used to, but he's all up in the Martha Stewart series. And Rick Ross bought Evander Holyfield's house in Fayetteville, Georgia. Now, if you can afford that house, you're not hurting for money. So it could be that they just wanted to do it because that was a higher percentage of Black men that voted for Donald Trump and supported Donald Trump this time around than had supported a Republican candidate for a long time. So he did fairly well with Black men, or did better than I expected him to do. But would you perform for Donald Trump if you were an entertainer and didn't need the money? Would you perform at Donald Trump's inauguration? And I'm mostly talking about people who didn't vote for him, because if you voted for him, I'm pretty sure you would if you could, especially if you were going to get paid. But now the interesting person on this list is Snoop Dogg, because back in 2016, when Donald Trump was running and won the presidency, this is what he had to say.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass niggas gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the fuck out one of you Uncle Tom ass niggas for doing it. Which one of you niggas gonna do it first? I's the one that performs for himself.
Oh, how time brings about a change. That's a change from 2016. Now he's performing for Donald Trump. Well, I think I'm starting to look at things a little differently as a Black American. I didn't vote for Donald Trump. I didn't want him to be the president, but I'm not mad at anybody who voted for him, who wanted him to be the president, who want to perform at his inauguration, who want to give a speech about how great he is. I'm not mad about any of that. I did what I could do. I did what I could do, even though many of us will acknowledge that Kamala was not a good candidate. I was not going to vote for Donald Trump. So he is now the president of the United States, and he is planning to do executive orders as soon as he gets to work tomorrow. And who knows what all of that is going to mean. But the question of whether or not you would perform for Donald Trump, I know that if I were a singer and a great singer and didn't need the money, or even if I did need the money, I don't believe I would do it. One thing I'm going to watch to see is if there's any fallout with these rappers because they performed at this inauguration. Because remember the last time Chrisette Michele performed at Donald Trump's inauguration, and she received so much backlash that she actually lost work because of it. But these are men, and these are successful men, and they're well connected. So it's going to be interesting to see whether or not they received the backlash that Chris and Michelle received. But anyway, let me know what you think. Would you perform at his inauguration if you were an entertainer? Let me know. Thank you for listening. Give me a thumbs up and have a good evening.